Blessings, everyone, and welcome to another Story Time Community where I tell true crime stories and Bible stories. Today will be a Bible story, and we'll be talking about the kingdom being divided. Remember, we were talking about how King Solomon had took over rule from his father, King David. So now we're going to talk about how the kingdom is now going to become divided. Now, this is going to be found in 1 Kings 11:26 through chapter 12 and 24. Also in 2 Chronicles chapters 10 through 11, 1 through 4. Now, when Solomon was alive, he promoted one of his servants named Jeroboam, and he had a unique ability of getting things done. So one day Jeroboam had met a prophet who was wearing a new coat, and the prophet said, "Here is a message from God." So a lot of times back in the day when the prophet spoke, it was time to listen. Now he then took off the coat and ripped it into 12 pieces, and he handed Jeroboam 10 of them and gave him this message from the Lord. "Solomon left me and turned to worshiping idols. Therefore, I'm going to rip the kingdom out of his hands, and you'll rule over the northern 10 tribes of Israel. I'm not taking all the tribes away because of David and Jerusalem. Therefore, Solomon's son will rule over Judah. Follow me and obey my commandments. If you do, I'll be with you. I'll establish your kingdom, and you'll have a lasting dynasty just like I had gave David." Now Solomon found out about this prophecy and tried to kill Jeroboam, but he ran away and hid in Egypt until Solomon died. It's always about these kings that go wayward, and whenever the Lord, gives a prophecy, or the Lord talks about judgment, these kings get mad and they try to kill the person or the messenger. So one of Solomon's son was Rehoboam, whose mother was an Ammonite woman, and after his father died, he went to Shechem so that the northern tribes of Israel could crown him king. Now, before the elders of Israel met with him, they sent for Jeroboam. Once they arrived, they said to Rehoboam, "Your father put a yoke on us that was harsh. Promise us that you'll lighten our load and lower our taxes, and if you do, we'll gladly serve you." So Rehoboam said, "Give me 3 days to think about this." Now, after Jeroboam and the elders of Israel left, Rehoboam asked advice from the older counselors in his father's court. They said, "Serve these people with all your heart, be kind to them, and they'll serve you for the rest of your life." Now Rehoboam then asked for advice from his younger counselors, the ones that he grew up with. They said, "Tell those rebels, my father was easy on you compared to me. My little finger will be heavier than my father's leg. He hit you with whips. I'm going to hit you with scorpions." So Rehoboam listened to this advice and rejected the counsel of the older men. He said to the leaders of Israel, "My father was easy on you compared to me. He hit you with whips. I'm going to hit you with scorpions." That was exactly what the Lord wanted him to say. So when Jeroboam and the people of Israel heard this, they said, "We want nothing to do with the house of David. We're not from Judah." So they denounced Judah. So the people of Israel went home, and Rehoboam returned to Jerusalem. He sent one of his officials to restore order among the northern tribes. The people stoned him until he was dead. The 10 tribes broke away from Judah and called themselves Israel. They asked Jeroboam to be their king. So Rehoboam gathered an army from the tribes of Judah and Benjamin, and they prepared to invade Israel and force them back under Rehoboam's control. Just then, a man of God came to him with a message from the Lord. "Don't go fight your brothers. Go home. I'm the one that caused them to rebel against you." Everyone listened to the Lord, and they went home. So at this time, now the two kingdoms were separated. So now the full kingdom was separated into 2 kingdoms. One was led by Rehoboam, the other one was led by Jeroboam. Okay, so we'll see what happens after all this happened. Again, the Lord caused this to happen because of the fact that King Solomon had left away from it. King Solomon had taken on so many gods and started serving other gods that the Lord allowed the kingdom to be divided. King Solomon then died, and so now the king was divided. One kingdom was ruled by Rehoboam, his son, and the other kingdom was ruled by Jehoram, his servant. So God bless you. We'll go and we'll delve deeper into this in our next lesson or our next story. Amen. God bless you, and you have an awesome day.